gorgeous day in Stockton. So this is your little private tour without having to leave home. We're going to conserve battery power, and I'll show you little bits and pieces.
We are very excited to have you on board today. This is our third summer of boat tours, and we are thrilled to be back on the water again and to have this opportunity to share our great stories with you. Over the last 2 summers, we have given approximately 4,200 members of the public a tour of our port. We are proud to be able to bring this special opportunity to our community again. So please sit back or stand, relax, and enjoy the cruise. Be sure to keep a watchful eye out for local wildlife. If you're lucky, you might spot a friendly sea lion enjoying a tasty treat. The Port of Stockton sits nestled within the Sacramento-San Joaquin Delta, approximately 75 nautical miles from the San Francisco Bay Area. The port is conveniently located adjacent to the intersection of multiple major statewide transportation corridors. Interstate 5, or I-5, is the main interstate highway on the west coast of the United States, running largely parallel to the Pacific Ocean from Mexico all the way to Canada. It serves some of the largest cities on the west coast and links together the capital cities of Olympia, Washington, Salem, Oregon, and Sacramento, California. I-5 is the only interstate highway to touch the U.S. borders of both Canada and Mexico. The port also intersects with 2 major railroads, the Union Pacific and Burlington Northern Santa Fe. The Union Pacific Railroad, headquartered in Omaha, Nebraska, is the largest railroad network in the United States, with over 8,000 locomotives running 31,900 loop miles in 23 states west of Chicago and New Orleans. The Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railway is the second largest freight railroad, with 3 transcontinental routes that provide high-speed links between the western and eastern United States. So, as you would suspect, the convenience of having direct access to the 2 largest railroads in North America, as well as the international freeway system, has helped to make the Port of Stockton's import and export business flourish. Today, the Port of Stockton is the #1 port in California for bulk and great bulk shipping. We are the second busiest inland port on the west coast of the United States, handling over 4 million metric tons of cargo per year and trading with more than 55 countries. Our overall waterborne shipping tonnage increased 35% in 2014 from the previous year, and 2015 looks to continue this trend. Did you know that the Port of Stockton is an integral part of Central California's economic future? In 2014 alone, we exported over 2.3 million metric tons of American products and imported over 1.8 million metric tons of products for use in our region and beyond. This is a total cargo value of over $1.5 billion. In the last decade, the port's operating budget has doubled, growing from approximately $20 million in 2002 to $45 million in 2014. The estimated tax and permit revenues generated by the businesses at the port since 2006 total $41 million, with the port and its business partners creating nearly 7,500 jobs and an estimated labor income of over $471 million. The port brings opportunity and economic stability to the Central Valley. In 2014, we exported sulfur, rice, beet pellets, and other materials. importing fertilizer, molasses, cement, cottonseed, steel products, and more. We are proud to have strong relations with many trading partners, including export partners like Australia, China, Korea, Japan, Turkey, and Chile. The port was established as a special district under the State Harbors and Navigation Code in 1932. We are a separate entity from the city of Stockton and receive no taxes. The port is run much like a traditional business. It relies on the money generated by leases and wharfage. In fact, property leasing revenue totaled nearly $22.6 million in 2014, almost 42% of total generated revenue. Activity at the port is high, with ongoing projects and improvements. But before we explore those, let's take a step back in time and visit the area before Stockton was born. Stockton began as a gold town and was known as the city of 1,000 tents. Once artificial irrigation arrived, the city blossomed with residents, industry, and agriculture. Asparagus is the longest-standing export from this region, being shipped in boats like the one you are riding on today, as far back as the 1920s and 30s. Even today, San Joaquin County is #1 in the nation for producing and exporting asparagus. Stockton was founded in 1849 by a German immigrant named Charles M. Weber, who acquired over 49,000 acres of land through a Spanish land grant. Weber named the new community Stockton to honor United States Naval Commodore Robert F. Stockton, who was notable in the capture of California during the Mexican-American War. He was a naval innovator and an early advocate for a propeller-driven, steam-powered navy. When you boarded the boat today, you were handed a copy of the port's vessel log, which will allow you to see how many ships are in port, what they're carrying, and the destination or origin of each vessel. If you see a vessel in port, please refer to this log for information. Excavation to gather bottom sediment and relocate it elsewhere. Dredging is what allows the Delta waterways to be navigable. Each year, sediment is washed out of the Sierra Nevada mountains and makes its way into the Delta. This material can lessen the depth of the shipping channel and have serious impacts on the efficiency of shipping. One small shoal or high spot in the ship channel reduces the draft throughout the entire channel. In other words, your channel is only as deep as your shallowest point. Here at the turning basin, ships that come to port turn around to head back towards the San Francisco Bay, an 8-hour journey by vessel. The port's deepwater channel has an average depth of 35 feet at low tide and an average depth of 37 feet at high tide. The channel can support a 50,000-ton class vessel that is fully loaded and an 80,000-ton class Panamax vessel that is only partially loaded. The Panamax class vessel is the biggest class vessel that can fit through the current Panama Canal. The Panama Canal project, scheduled for completion this year, is working to deepen and widen the canal in order to accommodate larger vessels as the world shipping fleet continues to develop larger vessels to move cargo more efficiently. These large white grain silos that you see on your left belong to Penny Newman Grain, a private terminal which is not actually a part of the port. They import cottonseed, grain, and molasses. 1,000 metric tons of molasses from Hawaii, Guatemala, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Colombia, Thailand, Taiwan, Vietnam, and Australia. Here at Dock 9, bulk liquid fertilizer is imported from around the world and distributed throughout the valley. Last year, both liquid and dry fertilizer made up our biggest import commodity, bringing in just over 620,000 metric tons. The fertilizer was shipped from places like Chile, Netherlands, Trinidad, Norway, Estonia, Lithuania, Germany, Qatar, China, Indonesia, and Malaysia. Today, the port Stockton imports over 90% of the fertilizer used to grow crops in the Central Valley. Of bagged rice. As we approach Dock 20, the last berth on the West Complex, you can see one of our aerators that we recently took over from the Department of Water Resources, who originally built and maintained the aerator at Dock 20. As explained before, this aerator works to pump oxygen back into the water supply and is a key piece of our environmental program. This aerator was designed to alleviate the entire dissolved oxygen deficit of 10,000 pounds per day, monitor dissolved oxygen hourly, and operate the aerator when dissolved oxygen approaches the water quality trigger.
Is the fish in this water edible?
I wouldn't eat it.
I wouldn't either.
If you get out further, about 10-15 miles, the water clarity improves greatly.
How far is it? Part of the delta?
Further to Helens, 8-mile drive, you know, out that. There's whole island down there, whole Dennis Island out there. That's why the water treatment plant's out there, I swear. And you can eat salmon. You get a lot of salmon there. But I wouldn't eat
In 2014,
Yeah.
the Port's Board of Commissioners approved a 50-year lease with
They light up at
Pacific
night.
to construct a new rail welding facility. This $18 million facility is now completed and includes a 90,000 square foot rail street.
They're not making wallboard out of this one. No. So last piece, there's a light post in front of it, but there's a light
I'm
post.
looking at gypsum.
It's as tall as a light post. They've already got it knocked down this far. So, yeah, they take it from here and load it into a truck, and then take it to the West Complex, which is down that way, the very end of our property. And it's going to grind it even finer, and then it goes out onto a truck for rail. Yeah, for soil. Because of the drought, it helps the soil hold water.
Pretty. Pretty.
Roberts Island, where the port is approximately 840 acres, operates two dredge material placement cities. On Roberts Island, Roberts Island two dredge placement cities. Roberts Island number 1, Roberts Island number 2. The port uses these sites to place dredge material during dredging of the Stockton to the Ocean Channel and during maintenance dredging of the port's docks. Material that has been dredged is typically reused for various local construction projects, such as roads and floor projects. The port also works with the local reclamation districts to use the dredged material to bolster local revenues and diversity sites throughout the Delta. As environmental